Hey Flosstube, this is Christy, the Ravenclaw Stitcher. Welcome back to my channel if you are one of my subscribers. If you're brand new here, hi, hello, welcome. I'm Christy, I'm a cross stitcher. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. This is my channel where I mostly talk about cross stitch. Today is Sunday, March 26th. Late last night, the numbers came out. Well, for me, it did. If you're new here, I live in Okinawa, Japan. I'm about 13 hours ahead of everyone else back in the States. So when Jessie Marie did the numbers at midnight on the 25th, I was already getting ready for bed. So my kids are home for the week. They're on spring break. This is the only chance I'll be able to record. My husband's home. He worked yesterday. He had duty, so he was working for 24 hours and he's for some reason sleeping on the couch. So I decided just to move my stuff right here in my bedroom and record it here, since I kind of have a little setup that I could use. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. Before I go into WIPGO and talk about what the numbers were and the goals and all that stuff, I just want to quickly address, yes, I'm putting out a lot of time-lapse videos. I'm changing things up a little bit for many reasons. The main one being that this is just what works easier for me for when it comes to like editing and everything. To do shorter, smaller videos and not speeding it up. Quality wise, uploading it to YouTube and everything else, it makes things a lot simpler for me. So Monday through Friday for the foreseeable future, I'll be releasing 1 to 2 videos a day. I have that many. Normally in the past I did 40-minute long videos, which were originally like 2-3 hours, and then I have to like compress it and speed it up to 40 minutes. And when I did all that, the quality just was crap. And yeah, so that's one major change you probably saw. I did get a question in one of my videos asking how long is one of those time-lapse videos in real time. For all the new videos I'll be uploading, and the ones I've done in the last 2 weeks, roughly every 6 minutes you see a time-lapse is equivalent to 1 actual hour. So some of the videos are about 5 minutes to 9 minutes long, so that's roughly like 1 to 1.5 hours. So yeah. I think that's it for now. Before I go into WIPGO, I do have other WIPs, side WIPs I've been working on. I finished my goals earlier in the month, so I will show you what I've been working on before I show you my WIPGO stuff. So these are my side pieces. First up, I have my Dead Men Tell No Tales. This is a free stitch along on Facebook. I don't know how I found it, but I did. And yeah, it's really cute. The idea of it is all the little scenes that you see while you're on the ride at Disneyland. So so far 12 parts have come out and I'm just starting. So here's part 1. I'm not done with it yet. I'm still halfway through, but this is gonna be a long piece. There's that. I don't know where to put this. Okay. The next one I worked on was my Tinkerbell Welcome to Disneyland poster. This piece, I have been working on it on and off for the last 5 years. This was the very first PDF I ever purchased on Etsy. Someone had asked me in the past where could they find the chart. Unfortunately, the shop has closed down, so I have no idea where you can find this chart now. And I know a lot of like people on Etsy were hit with the whole copyright stuff that Disney did not that long ago. So I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know where you can find this chart. So here is my Welcome to Disneyland Tinkerbell. Got a lot of progress done. Finished her face. Yeah, I'm working on her body. Here, right behind me is a picture of what's gonna look like when it's finished. Yeah, everything on the board right behind me is pictures of the WIPs that I'm working on. So I'll try to point them out to you. So I still have the rest of her body, her legs, and then the Disneyland castle to do. Okay, and the next thing I have is my Cool Beans series from Hands On Designs. If I think I mentioned it before in a previous Flosstube video. My boys are playing soccer now, and I have practice. I have to take them to practice Monday through Thursday, so I have an hour to kill. So I've been taking this WIP with me. I finished this one, A Whole Latte Love. I think I had like that last time I showed it to you. It's not complete, and I'm moving on to the next one, which I believe it says Coffee and Friends Make a Good Brew or something like. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah. The fabric is long enough to hold 3 patterns, 3 charts. Eventually I will go and cut them, separate them when I'm ready to FFO them, but for now this is what it looks like. So this is Cool Beans series from Hands On Designs. So this is the 4th one I finished, and then this is the 5th one. There's a total of 9 in the series, so I'm about halfway done with the series. Okay. My threads and needles are getting mixed up with other WIPs. So the next one I'm working on, this one is right here, this picture. It's a kit, cool, or no, I'm sorry, coffee break. It's another coffee themed cross stitch. I'm working on this little square right here. And this is what it looks like. This is the piece that I have on my stitchy spot on the couch. So this is the square I'm working on. It's number 6, so I'm just about halfway done with this one as well. Next up, actually no, I'm sorry. That's it. That's all my side WIPs I've been working on. I've been working on them after I finish all my WIPGO for March. And that's it. Those 4. Moving on to my WIPGO numbers for March. Numbers I recall were number 2 and number 22. I have 2 boards, so my small boards, my Willowware, was number 2. I started at 3,912 stitches. If I have a picture of what it looked like when I started at the month, I'll put that picture right here. And here is my stop at 5,920 stitches. Before I continue with everything else, I just want to say, if you want better pictures of everything I'm working on, you can go to my Facebook or Instagram. I'll have links in the description box below if you want to go check that out. Also, if I can find links to any of the WIPs that I'm working on, I'll go ahead and insert that as well, to help you find it. This was a kit. It's actually this one right here. I don't know if my camera's gonna focus on that. There's a bit of a glare. It is a kit. I did buy it a few years ago, but I love Pattern Keeper, and in the kit, on this sheet right here at the bottom, it says Cooler Designs. I did go to the website. I found it in PDF. It works perfectly with Pattern Keeper, and I'm super happy about that. So that's how I keep track of my stitches, is with Pattern Keeper. And when I say stitches, I mean the full stitch. I don't include back stitching, and I do include half stitching in it because Pattern Keeper doesn't tell the difference between half stitch and full stitch. So just putting that out there. I'm putting it out there because number 22 is Hogwarts. It was a new stitch, so I have no picture to show you what it started because it was brand new. I did do 2,426 stitches. I did about 400 extra, but some of the stitches right here in this area were all half stitches. And to be honest, I really fell in love with this piece. This is the picture of it right here. It is Hogwarts. It's a moon. It's very, very pretty. But once I actually started stitching on it and I saw the colors, blue is my favorite color, I absolutely fell in love with this, and I didn't want to stop stitching on it. So that's why I did a couple 100 extra stitches. Moving on to my BAPS board. These are my bigger WIPs. There's 5 of them. They're on the board 5 times each. So the first one is Keynote Books. That was number 22. This is another kit. It's this one right here. I was gonna count the squares. Each of the little squares I draw on my fabrics, they're 10 by 10, so that's 100 stitches. So if I counted 30 of them, that's 3,000 stitches, and that would have been my goal. But when I started stitching on it and I saw that I only had like that much left to do to finish the book, instead of going over and start working on the next book, I decided just to go down, and that ended up being roughly 3,000 stitches. So I finished 2 books and completed my goal. So that's pretty good. Okay, for my number 2 on my Babs board, it is my Heaven and Earth Designs Mini Wisdom. For all my cross stitch, I kind of work at a weird angle. I know some people do like a perfect angle and that looks really cool. I don't stitch that way. I stitch my own little made up method. But with Heaven and Earth Designs, I've been having trouble because I can't really use that method when I'm stitching on it, just because they're longer whips and the fabrics are so long. Like I would have to keep moving the fabric and the quanta frames up and down constantly to be working on it the way I do. So halfway working through this, I was actually trying to look into other methods, and I stumbled across someone working on something called Royal Rose. And I didn't know what that was, so I went to YouTube. I typed it in, Royal Rose cross stitch tutorials, and a bunch of videos came out. It completely made sense to me. If I can find some of the videos, I'll put them in the link below in the description box, so you can go check it out. I started, you can see exactly where I started stitching it. Compared to my other diagonals, it was right here. And it's actually working out pretty good for me. I don't work on it exactly like those everyone said in those tutorials, but I modified it to fit me, and it's working really well. So I'm super happy with that, and I think I'm going to continue working on it this way. So this is my March start was 6,073 stitches. I stopped at 9,080 stitches. Now moving on to April's numbers. Numbers called were number 5 and number 17. So since this whip is on my board 5 times, it's actually been called again. So I'll be starting my month with this. My goal for April is to finish doing the Royal Rose and come across to this corner, and then kind of slowly work my way down to the next row and bring it over. I haven't actually checked to see how many stitches that would be and where my stop would be, but that's what I plan to do for now. Number 17 for my Babs board is my Wizard game mandala, which is this one right here. It is Quidditch, Harry Potter Quidditch. My start is 2,250 stitches. My goal is 3,000 stitches. So my plans is to continue working on the Gryffindor tower part and finish all the stitches in there, and try to get the top banner done right here. Moving to my small boards. I'm going to start with number 17, which is Victorian Charm. It is another kit. It's this one right here. It is a Dimensions kit. This is my start. My goal, this is the top floor. I still need to finish a little bit of it. So my goal for the month is, well, it's 2,000 stitches. I want to count out 20 squares and just stitch them. So I think that might be most of the second floor down. I'm going to try to make that my goal, is to finish that. But we'll see how far I end up getting. Okay, moving on to my last WIPGO for today. Number 5 for my small boards is Welcome to Hogwarts. This is the second and last time it's been called for the year. I'm starting at 8,466 stitches. Here's what that looks like. Let me see on the board. Okay, so it's this one down here. I'm about 1/3 done with it, I think. Off the top of my head, not looking at Pattern Keeper, I'm pretty sure I'm at 30% roughly, or close to it. I'm just gonna go ahead and try to see if I can finish the whole thing and then have finished for the year. Will I actually get to do it? I don't know. But since after April, this was no longer be on my Webco board, I'm free to stitch on it whenever I feel like it. And I'm gonna try to do that. This is my first WIP out of all my WIPs that will be done at the end of the month. So I will not need to hold back, I guess. I'm finishing it. I can just go ahead and finish it if I want to. So I'm gonna try to get as close as possible. So I'm gonna say that to the very end of my four WIPs I have to do for WebCo. I'm gonna say that one to the very end so I can just keep on stitching on it later. Actually, I think I'll start that first. Just to knock out the first 2,000 stitches, because if I stitch on something too long, I get tired of it and I don't want to do it anymore. So I think I'll do that one first, knock out the 2,000 stitches, do the other 3 WIPs, and then come back and do that one. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I was thinking about doing it another way, but anyways, yeah, my decisions change very frequently, so we'll see what I end up doing. If you want to keep track of what I'm doing, like I said before, links to my Instagram, Facebook will be down below. You can kind of keep track of those. I try my best to keep updated with those and taking pictures and keeping those things going. So for me, it's kind of like a visual diary of what I worked on when. Because as soon as I take the picture, I have to upload it, or else I forget and I don't upload it later. And then whatever happens. And yeah, if I go back and I look at it and I say, okay, I uploaded the picture on this date, then I know I worked on it that day. So I have to do weird little things to trick myself. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get going and get all these things on the frames, and then go spend some time with the family. And thanks so much for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, happy stitching. Bye.